Sit back and throw one back with your pinky in the air and a middle finger to the world, and join me, the eclectic gentleman Stephen Watts, as we look back on this day in pro wrestling history. But before we do, put that drink down, like, share, and subscribe, and without further ado, let's get our wrestling history on. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, it is July 29th, and we're going to start off as we always do on a positive note. That's right, these are your pro wrestling birthdays. 1933, one of the greatest managers of all time, Captain Lou Albano. 1962, holla, if you hear me, it's Big Papa Pump, Scott Steiner. Of course, on the flip side of that coin, your pro wrestling deaths for July 29th. 2001, former wrestling promoter, Dennis Coralluzzo. 2018, Memphis standout, Brickhouse Brown. Staying in 2018, Grandmaster Sexy, Brian Christopher. And one more in 2018, Nikolai Volkov. All right, enough of the sad stuff. It's time to get to the meat and potatoes. That's right, these are your pro wrestling history highlights for July 29th. Jumping in the Wayback Machine and going to 1964, where we see Lord James Blears and Neff Maivia defeat Mr. Moto and Nikita Mukalov for the NWA Hawaiian Tag Team titles. Leap into 1976, Tiger Jet Singh defeats Seiji Sakagachi to become the first NWF Asian Heavyweight Champion, a New Japan title, in Osaka, Japan. Tiger, never fond of doing jobs, would hold the belt until 1981 when he jumped to All Japan Pro Wrestling. The next year, in 1977, Ric Flair defeats Bobo Brazil in Richmond, Virginia to win the NWA United States Championship for the first time in his career. Moving to 1980, Bill Dundee defeats Paul Ellering for the Southern Heavyweight title in Louisville, Kentucky, starting his second reign with the belt. Fast forwarding 5 years to 1985, Jerry Lawler defeats Boda the Witch Doctor in Memphis, Tennessee for the Southern Heavyweight title. This would start reign number 24 of 5,675 with that belt. Our final stop in the 80s, 1988, Stan Hansen and Terry Gordy defeat Jumbo Terutsa and Yatsu in Japan to win the All Japan Tag Team titles, the PWF World and NWA International titles. Grabbing my flannel and going to the decade of grunge, 1991, Bobby Heenan holding the NWA World Championship belt announced during a TV taping in Worcester, Massachusetts, that Ric Flair, the real world's champion, was coming to the WWF during a segment of Paul Bearer's Funeral Parlor. Those were your super short but sweet pro wrestling history highlights for July 29th. I'm the eclectic gentleman Stephen Watts, and we'll see you tomorrow.